So apparently my new channel name is Review Fat USA, and I'm trying to be canceled because Starfield? Reasons? I don't know. I don't even know why I was brought up in this. I don't really care about Starfield either way. But okay. Alright, news. Skip the thing, the intro.
Skip it up and that up.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're gonna have a banger of a live stream tonight over on RTU Streams. Link below in the description. That'll start around 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. We're gonna have a guest. She's awesome. She's funny as hell. Make sure you click the link below in the description and subscribe over there. And come watch us. Come stare at us. Again, RTU Streams. Link below in the description. That's my live stream channel. I'll see you this evening. So during the Xbox showcase, we got a deeper dive into Starfield. And yeah, it looks good. I've never been a fan of Bethesda games, even before they were acquired by Microsoft, but it looks fine. I'm sure if you're a huge Bethesda game fan and you love Elder Scrolls, right? I always get Elder Scrolls and Elden Ring mixed up. But yes, Elder Scrolls. If you're a fan of Skyrim jobs and pounding my butt into an oblivion, then you're probably gonna love Starfield. And that's fine. But apparently, I don't know, am I an Xbox fanboy? Or is it just someone that hates me and just wanted to include my name in this change.org petition, which I don't understand. I'm not really relevant, but okay. I don't worship any piece of plastic. They're all just computers in different shapes to me, but I must have pissed off somebody because they want to see me canceled because of... I don't know. My non-existent take on Starfield? Anyway, whether this person is a troll or not, and they're just trying to get a rise out of people or not, bless their heart, because even if they are trolling, the amount of effort they put into this, they could have, touched grass. I'm fat and I even touch grass. Speaking of which, you'll see what they call me in here. And if they aren't trolling, you still gotta touch grass. So if you're trolling, touch grass. If you're not trolling, touch grass. Either way, grass, step on it. I just played frisbees with my son outside. If I can do it, you can do it. But they really want to have Starfield be a PS5 exclusive. Again, for reasons. Anyway, they wrote a very impassioned petition over on change.org. I'm going to read it to you with the passion that this man has, and then we'll discuss. What we'll discuss, I don't know. We'll discuss why this person wants me canceled. Maybe they're a Melanie Mac fan. Hi, Melanie. How are you? For over a decade, Bethesda games have been released on PlayStation. They perform better on PlayStation, run better, and sell better. Xbox and especially Phil Spencer, with 2 L's, have no business taking them away. First, Xbox exclusivity would not only hurt PlayStation, but also the player base. When a major game like Starfield is only available on Xbox, it limits the player count of the game and stifles the amount of players PlayStation has. This means that now Microsoft can charge higher prices because they don't have competition and take away players from Sony. We cannot allow this. Because Sony has no huge exclusive IPs themselves, right? Alright, let's keep going. Second, Xbox and its 12 dedicated players do not deserve Starfield or any exclusivity. Who would deserve? They're just consumers buying a product. What do they have to do? Do they have to wear like Xbox shirts and be cheerleaders for them? Are we getting the green pom-poms and Phil Spencer is going to be the lead cheerleader? That would be entertaining to see. Or are they just people who buy a piece of plastic to play games on in their free time? You decide. I know where you stand, but let's continue. Not only are they arrogant and annoying, but since the showcase they have been irritating. I could tell this person either they have the cognitive ability of a 15-year-old or they're actually a 15-year-old. They keep sharing Starfield news telling us, get an Xbox, like if they didn't complain about Spider-Man or Ghost of Tsushima or any of the PS titles themselves. Third, exclusivity is not good for Starfield itself. The matter is simple. If it releases on Xbox, it's a bad game. Who made that rule? Like, look, yes, Microsoft has had some rough patches, Redfall being a very perfect example of that. But it doesn't mean because it releases on Xbox, it's a bad game. And people say I'm an Xbox... that's why I'm here, I forgot. People think I'm an Xbox hater. Okay. Go look at Redfall or Halo Infinite. I wouldn't say Halo Infinite's a bad game. It just released piecemeal and totally unfinished. As examples, if it releases on PlayStation, there's a 90% chance that it's a good game. There's no other way around it. Anyone who says otherwise is deceiving you and is the reason the gaming industry has such low standards today. So his opinion is fact, your opinion is wrong, this person is right, and you're wrong. Okay. Unless you want to see Starfield fail, you need to have it on PlayStation. The 30 FPS lock is just the tip of the iceberg because it's, dude, Zen 2 processor, 8-core, 16 threads. The PlayStation actually doesn't have some of the full-fledged RDNA 2 graphics features that the Xbox Series X has. I think I said PlayStation 5. Why in my mind I think I said PlayStation 2 is beyond me, but you get my point. So they kind of trade blows. So I really don't think you would have gotten 60 FPS Starfield. You definitely would have gotten 60 FPS Starfield on the PlayStation 5. To have a huge open world like that and the amount of assets that you have to stream in, it ain't happening on the consoles. It's not. And even if you have a beefy gaming rig with the big open world, if you want to play at the highest settings or high settings Starfield, it's still going to be a challenge to get 60 FPS, unless you have the top of the end gaming rig. So stop with it would be running at like 120 FPS on the PlayStation 5. But again, who knows if this person is trolling. Either way, they need to find something else to do. While it could run at 60 FPS on the Series X, even though developers have debunked that, Microsoft has to allow it to run that poorly thanks to its inferior Series S, which they must keep support for as the small Xbox player base is known to have very little money for gaming. Oh, wow. He's poor shaming people. This has to be, like... There's still a good chance it's trolling, but I think there's a lot of truth. This person, like, really feels this. They feel this way about it, and they're hiding. It's just trolling, bro. Again, like someone else I know. It's like Melanie Mac. Fourth, I keep getting told they care about quality now. Phil Spencer forced them to delay it for quality. I have news for you. Phil Dispenser, oh Christ almighty, is a pushover. The guy is in charge of Xbox but doesn't care enough to check games before they release. Yeah, like the rest of the industry. Because no one else in the industry is releasing unfinished buggy games. Oh wait, virtually every developer and publisher is. Oh what, you're gonna tell me he checked Redfall and still chose to release it that way? Better yet, he has owned Obsidian and Bethesda for years now, and despite the overwhelming demand for a New Vegas sequel or remake, he refuses to do it. He probably went to Todd Trembling like Chihuahua quietly asking, "Please, Mr. Howard, may we use the Fallout IP with another studio?" and ran with his tail between his legs when he was told no, or when told no. He has no spine! Switch the roles here. If PlayStation had bought both of these companies, New Vegas would have been the first thing they did. That one hurts, doesn't it? Yeah, because Sony is known now for still being pro-consumer. Remember when Horizon Forbidden West was supposed to have a free upgrade to the PlayStation 5, then Sony changed their mind and said, nah, you gotta pay extra money, and then everyone got pissed off because they promised that first, so Jim Ryan did a complete 180. Yeah, Sony is very, they listen to the fans. Or they don't. Oh, God. For all these reasons, it is important for Bethesda games to remain available on PlayStation. Not only that, but to ensure the high quality of the games. Any and all future Bethesda titles should be only PlayStation exclusives. Because, yeah, that would help everything. That would make everything fine. This would ultimately be good for everyone and not just Sony, as they have a history of investing heavily in first-party studios and could use its financial resources to make Bethesda games even better while forcing them to actually be good. Additionally, Sony has a strong track record of marketing and promoting its games, which could help Bethesda games reach a wider audience and grow the PlayStation player count, which the PlayStation player count is doing just fine. It's doing just fine. I don't understand why there are still fanboys of certain pieces of hardware, but let's continue. You're the reason AAA games have such low quality, because you worship a company who doesn't care about quality of content they publish as they're sitting here worshiping the competing company. Just like the person, I won't name them, that we were watching on YouTube last night. Talking, oh, you worship a piece of plastic as they worship the opposing piece of plastic. It was a YouTube video. The lack of self-awareness was Philip Burnell levels. But here is the banger last paragraph here, where for some reason I'm mentioned and people want me canceled. Signing this petition is just the start. We need to go out and protest at GameStops and Walmarts on Starfield's release date. Could you imagine if people do this? I will give the guy this. I will give him this. If he is trolling and he gets people to go, with everything else going on in the world, if he gets people to go to retailers and have protests over Starfield not being on PlayStation 5, I will applaud him. I will applaud him. I will say, dude, well played, excellent troll. We need to submit legislation to our local representatives to force Microsoft to comply. We need to go out en masse and stop people from buying copies on launch day. Could you imagine, like, if people are going to stores for the people who still buy games physically, and like this dude's there, like you're at Walmart, and you're like going, "Hi, can I have a copy of Starfield?" And he's like, "Stop! No! Don't touch it! Don't touch Starfield! It gotta be for PlayStation 5. Don't give Microsoft money. I'm butthurt." I hope, man, please someone do it. Just someone do it. It would be amazing. Even better, go online and report every video you see praising Starfield until we make it exclusive for us and only us. YouTubers like Mr. Matty Plays Bad at Games, Review Fat USA. I'm gonna review oh look at my breasts. Oh look, I have hair in my gut. Alright, I reviewed my fat. Are you happy now? I reviewed my fat for you, sir. Lemon Juice, Fratinga Complains, and the Young Turds. What do the Young Turks have to do with anything? They don't even talk about games. And when they do, they don't even know what they're talking about. Maybe John Idearola does, because I think he actually plays games. But that's it. What are the Young Turds? Is this Alex Jones? Alex, is this you? You called them the Young Turds. You started that. Is this you? Is Alex Jones mad that Starfield is not coming to PlayStation 5? Justin Bieber! Could you just sit? I could just sit him. He has a steak here. He's angry and shirtless. He is angry and shirtless writing this petition. It is Alex Jones, confirmed. Because he also calls them the Young Turds. Obviously, this is where this guy got it from. Need to be canceled immediately. For reasons. He doesn't go into reasons, but we need to all be canceled. That's it. I'm going to go start working for my fat ass. Review Fat USA is going to start working for the Postal Service. It's it. It's over for me. God bless. If you're a true gamer, you will support this and sign. I don't need trolls coming here to complain that we actually care about gaming, and I don't care how many of you come to insult me. Cry, cope, seethe, and mauled Xbox, but my points are valid and true. My opinions are fact. Your opinions are just opinions. I'm an angry virgin on the internet. Even if I am just trolling, I'm still angry and I'm still a virgin. And Review Tech USA is still reviewing his fat. Look at those nipples. I have nice nipples, though. So, look, he's a YouTuber. I said I wasn't going to bring him up, but it's just another example of grown men. This guy looks like he's maybe a little bit younger than me, about my age. His name is Andy Pants TV. And he was praising Starfield, which is fine. It looks like a very interesting... I'm sure I'll buy it. I'm sure I will. So, I don't know why I'm considered a Starfield hater. I'm just not big into Bethesda games. But his video I'm looking at here is PlayStation fanboys having a mental collapse at the Xbox show. And in his video, he's like, God, these guys that worship a piece of plastic, these PlayStation fans, as he literally in the video goes on to worship Xbox. And even though he's never played Starfield, he's like, it's the game, it's going to be the game of the generation. These are grown men. I don't think he was, I'm 100% certain he wasn't trolling. There's just no self-awareness, though. I always bring up these stories because it just shows how human beings, trolling or not, are so, tribalism is real, man. Why? I've always said this from the beginning, and I still don't understand it. Whether it be politics or whether it be gaming consoles or sports teams, why do you just stick to a team? Does Andy Pants TV, does Xbox, if you or I drop dead tomorrow and never could buy another Xbox or PlayStation product again, they thoughts and prayers. Maybe an executive would put out a tweet. Rest in peace, Andy Pants. Rest in peace, Review Tech USA. By the way, we're releasing God of War, the next God of War game. They would just move right the hell on. I'm not an investor in any of these companies. I don't have any shares of stock. Does Andy Pants? Does Benjamin Dickey, who started this Change.org petition? I guarantee you none of them do. But they care for some reason. They care so much. Maybe this Starfield Change.org petition is a troll. Probably is. But still, it's put out there. And there's still people to this day that root for a team that doesn't even give a crap about them. And I'll never understand it. So look, I don't care what platform Starfield, they could figure out a way to get it on the goddamn Nintendo Switch. I don't care what platform it's on. But a lot of people do because they want their team to win. And honestly, people just worrying about their team winning beyond just gaming is one of the biggest problems with humanity. And it drives me insane. We're still apes at the end of the day. We're just apes that carry around smartphones and play video games. This is Rich at Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one.